Check, check, quick sound check. Can everybody hear us loud and clear? What's going on, Coach Paul?
I hear you loud and clear, Coach Jay. Has someone let their finger off the sell button in Nasdaq yet? Because what a day!
Yeah, finally,
Oh my
finally
lord!
some relief for buyers in the Nasdaq because that was an aggressive sell-off. We will break it all down. But yeah, what a day! What a day! Not a day that I expected, to be honest. I thought we were supposed to buy before America's birthday. It looks like they bought the Dow instead of or Bitcoin instead of the Nasdaq. But talk about all. But welcome everyone to At the Buzzer, our market recap. If this is your first time here, the goal of this segment is to review what happened in the markets for the day. We may talk about some markets that you have not traded before, but we believe as traders is to identify opportunity. We want to see how we can take advantage of those opportunities while managing our risk. I'm Jay. That's Paul. You're all our chat, our audience. Let us know how you did it out there to end the week. And shortened trading day tomorrow with the holiday. Topstep TV is going to be off. So this will be the actually, Dakota's doing slow markets tonight. So you'll get slow markets tonight. But then after that, we are going off air until next Monday. Janish saying loud and clear. Good evening, everybody. And it's the day before a 3-day weekend. So like your teachers used to do in school, we're going to do a little half day. We'll run through the markets. We'll get everybody out here. You can start your 4th. Make sure you come back Monday with all your fingers. Well, all the fingers that you have going into this weekend.
And keep them.
They're
keep valuable.
Keep them all. We need to click buttons, right? We get paid to click buttons here. I was expecting all-time high all around today. Janish, yeah, got it in the Dow. Not anywhere else. Let's take a look at the news. We did have a bunch of news out today. Unemployment rate came in at 4.2%. Here, all right.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a report today.
Ton of data out this morning, and they were not good numbers. So maybe that's why we sold off. We had unemployment rate come in at 4.2%. Forecast was 4.3%. Non-farm payrolls came in at 57K. The forecast was 113K, so about half of what was expected. And the prior number was 172. So something's going on there with the non-farm payroll number. Jobless claims came in at 215,000. Forecast was 218. Private payrolls came in at 49K. Forecast was 107K. Factory orders came in at negative 1.3%. Forecast was negative 2.2%. What is your opinion on those numbers?
I don't have a big opinion.
Yeah,
it's how the market reacted to it.
Right.
Initially, we had a surge.
Yeah,
it's a good number, and was the trick. Those are decent numbers, but how did the market react? Is that because bonds going to be priced? Bonds didn't
move.
You're
right.
So, and this is some of the tricks where when I measured my trades economically, this is the day where I would just get destroyed.
Yeah,
run over.
What should be happening is not happening.
What is not happening, and then get stubborn, and then cry the rest of the night, or drink. But either one, especially in the Nasdaq. So we'll get into those attacks, but those were decent numbers. But how the market reacts, and we've said this before.
That's really the story.
That's the story.
That is the story. So let's take a look at the markets. What's up, JD, in the chat? Good to see you. Swing high anchored VWAP wins again. We will definitely talk about that. We mentioned it during the opening call as well. But 36 different markets we could trade with Topstep accounts, and today to the downside, we had cattle down 1.16%. I just made 2 stakes. I think we had the Nasdaq down 1.85%, and the Nikkei, our biggest percentage mover to the downside, down 2.02%. To the upside, we had Platinum up 1.96%, Micro Bitcoin up 2.39%, and Micro Ethereum, our biggest percentage mover, upside, up 5%. To talk about our big four, crude oil down 0.15%, the S&P down 0.25%, gold up 1.25%. Really nice buying in gold today, and the Nasdaq we talked about down 1.84%. This is the end of the week. We could take a look at the weekly. It's doing the same thing that the last 5 weeks have done. You're in a balanced range. We can take a look at the daily. Anything you want to say here on the daily?
Oh, what's that purple moving average.
50.
And we're right there again. And this move, the way it happened on good news is concerning, but technically we're not bouncing off this 50 and the 20-day. The slope is sloping down.
Yes, it is.
I'm starting to get concerned.
Yep.
If I'm concerned if you're an owner of tech stocks, if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
short, maybe I'm brightening my day. But let's take a quick look at the weekly. Because that look how long was about 2 months we've been. It doesn't feel like it, does it? What is it? 2, 4, almost
It's been a
2
month.
months.
It's been a month. Oh, well, 2 months, really. Yeah. I mean, since we've made an all-time high, it's been a month. But in this balance range, yeah, it's been about 2 months. Um, and you said it doesn't feel like it. I think the reason it doesn't feel like it is because of the volatility that we're getting. The Nasdaq's trading at 30,000, right? So
Mhm.
a counter trend move on a downtrend day like today was an entire range for a day 2 years ago, right? And it's adjusting to that volatility. There's so much opportunity in this. And opportunity works both ways, right? It's opportunity to lose as well, but it doesn't feel like we're range bound.
It, by way of Omaha, as the old country song went,
Right.
it's vicious. But looking at this, at these all-time highs, this area, we're finding balance.
Yep.
And today's action, and this week, and we still have a half day tomorrow. Anything can happen.
It's true. That is
But
true.
but that wick and that body, that's not healthy. So most of that break came today.
Yep.
And there's lack of strong buying. It seems to me that this market is starting to liquidate a little bit at the highs.
Yeah.
We shall see. But that 50-day, you should bounce off of it like the first time we did.
Yeah.
And then the second time and the third time.
And this is now the third
fourth.
test. Well, this is like the sixth test now that we're having over the past couple of days. And we did stop there for a second today. We stopped there for a second. I got long. I got stopped out. But stopped there for a second. The market thought about it, but now we're closing under it for the second time in this week. It is looking a little concerning here. Looking a little concerning for sure. Let's see what we got here. Christian in the chat says, good news for me applying and using new tools, specifically a stop loss. Good tool to use. I'm positive $19. Not bad. There we go. I was almost at 100 in the morning. Nice job. Way to use a stop. But yes, Coach Hoop, rotation. And we're going to talk about the Dow. Let's just take a real quick look. Overnight session really didn't give us a whole lot to work with. A lot of back and forth. And I think that was kind of to be expected. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. This is a hell of a lot of movement in the overnight session when we're still waiting for non-farm. You can hardly hear me.
Well, I can hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear here. Hold on one second. How about now? Is that better? I took the noise gate off of my voice. That should
Take
be
a look
better.
at the market wrap for the US session. Most US stocks advanced after a week.
That should be better there. But yeah, overnight session actually gave us a decent amount of price action. We looked at the pivot. We looked at support one. Anything you want to say in the overnight here?
Yeah, look at that. We did. Where did we go to? We hit the pivot like a brick wall, and we rotated down to the first level of support. So we rotated under the pivot, which is interesting. Unlike volume in front of this, but that pivot.
Yeah.
Look at VWAP. Session VWAP never came close.
Nope.
And then we had a Paul drop. I would not expect it to be that big. I'm not trading the Nasdaq, but when it did, we bounced off that pivot. How many times last night? 4 or 5 times. What does that tell us to do?
No one is looking to buy it up there.
Yes.
They don't want it. So.
And if we look at the candle from the news event,
and that's the one I want to go to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because we talk about this often. Today was a day to do it with all the numbers that were coming out this morning. Watching the market's response to that number. And shout out to Hogue. You know, if you watch the opening call this morning when these numbers came out, you know, I'm still susceptible to it. When the market moves big, it's like, whoa, that's 125 points in 3 minutes. And Hogue is sitting there like, but it's not going to stick.
It's a young man.
It's a great point, right? And I made the joke this morning. I'm like, Hogue's looking at us like, oh, look at these kids and their volatility. The market hasn't gone anywhere. And it's a good point, right? With all of this data, it seems like the market is looking for, just give me a good reason to buy and I'll do it. And I said this during the opening call, you know, maybe 2 weeks ago, but the market needs a reason to go up. And it looked like it was maybe that data, but then you look at the numbers and you're like, that non-farm number is not a good number. Is the market actually going to sustain that move? And if you attach a VWAP to that news candle, when the volume comes in for the New York session, they tested it, they tried it. You know, it wasn't the easiest sell, it wasn't a blind sell right away, but right back up to the pivot again, no volume above it. The market says, I've had enough, and we're going lower.
Yeah, and the real volume when New York opened up, like you said, we made an attempt.
Yeah,
and it was looking good, but there was something suspect in the Nasdaq because it was completely different than the S&P or the Dow
all week.
There's something amiss.
Those tech company valuations
in the tech world.
We need to put those under a microscope.
Yeah, there's. Well, what was it? I looked at the top losers. SanDisk down 14%.
Yeah.
Teradyne down 13.7%. It was just Seagate down 10%.
All the memory.
Western Digital down 10%. But Micron was, what was
5.5.
Micron? 5. These are serious. But Apple up 4.5%. So is the explosion in semiconductors done? That's the question.
Yeah.
It seems like there's something lurking behind the scenes. Just maybe I'm just suspicious in character, but the way that the Nasdaq's been acting this way all week.
Yeah. Kelvin in the chat says, Jay, the Nasdaq doesn't move with fundamentals that many use. Nasdaq is bare technicals. We talk about technicals here. We focus strictly on the technicals here. I'll pay attention to the fundamentals, but if I take any type of fundamental analysis into my trading, I am, like Paul said, I'm probably the worst economist. I'm a decent trader. I'm the worst economist ever. Because half the time I don't know what the numbers are supposed to mean. And I've been taught in my trading from traders that if you try to decipher the numbers and what the market should do, you're going to miss the actual move. So I agree with you. Markets are technical.
I'll give you another comment. My professor of economics at Loyola University of Chicago, he was the dean of the department. He used to have a joke, and his joke was, how many opinions do you get in a room with 100 economists in a room?
Yeah.
And 101 opinions.
Right.
I mean, it's just random. What the market should do and could do as traders, we're tied mark to market. We lost your
it's about what is the market doing right now?
Right.
What is it doing right now? That's what we need to focus on. Let's take a look then at show me the volume, JD. That's all it is, man. Show me the volume. Show me where they are trading. Which we could take a quick look at the S&P. Very range bound, still getting glued to the midpoint of. This is going to break eventually, but eventually might be 3 months from now, right? Especially going into the summer. I would not be surprised if we're talking about this candle, this June 5th candle in September. I wouldn't be surprised. It's been a month. It's been 1 month.
It's been a month. Did we break the June 5th candle in the Nasdaq?
No.
Oh boy.
Nope. We did in the Dow. We could take a look. Different story here. Rotation.
Rotation, rotation, rotation.
New all-time highs in the Dow, completely different market. Overnight session, here's the low, set the low. This is, so if you're looking for a trending market, this is where it comes, you know, that skill of scanning as a trader. And the Nasdaq was a nice downtrend today, so, you know, it's not like the Nasdaq wasn't presenting opportunity. But if you're looking for buy the dip right now, that's the Dow. Even, you know, it closed pretty much on its highs. Really nice trade there in the Dow and the Russell.
Flight to safety.
Jeez.
Wow, Russell's just, I don't watch it anymore. But look at that. I don't.
We can move to the next chart.
But look where it stopped. The high of the day. We attempted 3 times at that first level of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And when we broke the pivot and session VWAP,
yeah,
we had that Paul drop, and it was vicious. But it was such a good friend for a long time.
It was. We're going to miss you. We're going to miss the volatility, just like we are going to miss the volatility in crude oil. Decent trade today. We got, is that a target hit on that 200 moving average? Can we call that a target hit?
I could call it a target hit.
It didn't get there, but let's see. 200 moving average on the daily, 66.73. We made a low of 67.04.
That's less than a daily ATR. That's about what used to be a half an hour ATR. Now, is it a hit? Well, technically not.
Yeah,
but
technically
you want to get short here?
I do not.
Okay, so it is a hit. But actually, we had a nice short covering bounce today there near that 200.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Here's the 30-minute, and just kind of what we expected, right? Range-bound market. This is a market that stayed between support 1 and the pivot. I think we're going to see a lot of this in crude oil. Rotation between a confined range, which this is not a small trade. This is still $1.50. But if you were trading crude oil a month ago and expecting the same volatility, it's not there anymore.
So did it get under? What was it? It didn't get under 65, so you can still trade it, right?
Me? Someone can. I'm not touching this market. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done.
Not for you.
We review it because it's one of the big 4, but I'm not touching it. Did I actually? I think I traded it last night. I actually did trade it last night. That's not true. I did trade, but I was looking for the short, and then I said, you know what? This market isn't going anywhere. I cut that trade. It's flat. Was there a J trade on crude 30-minute just before NFP? Before NFP on the 30-minute?
No, it would have to be at the lows or the highs.
Yeah, it would have to be at the lows. I guess this wasn't the highest of the day.
No.
Honestly, that's like Philip.
It's not clean.
It's not clean. It might have been, and this is a decent one, but this is like, it has some of the criteria, but not all of it. Right?
Maybe on a 3 or 5 minute.
Yeah, maybe. But also, I don't know how much that NFP number is going to affect
crude,
right? But here you go on the 5-minute. You got this here. Yeah, you could take that. You could take it, right? That is the high, one of the highest volume 5-minute candles of the day, right at support 1. It's a decent trade. I don't know that would be one I'd take, but it ended up being the trend for the rest of the day. Huh? So if you saw it, take it. But you said you wouldn't take the trade before NFP, and I guess that makes sense to me as well.
Well, actually, I would, because NFP
has no effect on crude.
But if you were, what time was that?
This low was at 7:30 Eastern.
Okay. Now put a VWAP in there, and then when it left the range. Actually, I would take that.
Here you go. Philip is watching the micros, and on the micros, that 30-minute candle was the low. So yes, 100%. That is. 100%.
If we anchor a VWAP to that, that was a nice trade, especially being near the 200 daily.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice side. Wow.
Yeah, great eye. I would have never
Golf?
seen that, but I'm probably also not looking for it.
Golf clap. Nice catch. Yes.
All right. Hit the thumbs up for Philip if you haven't done so already. Nice eye there. All right. We got to take a look, though, at the market that I've been looking to short. I kept saying all month, but then I forgot it's a new month. And the 2 days of July so far have been better days to buy gold than to sell it. Did you hear this news about China and gold?
No, I did not.
July 24th, they're stopping their retail traders from trading paper gold. Chinese banks and exchanges.
So wait, let's break that down. So paper gold will be considered
Like
futures.
futures, yes.
Throughout China
That is the article that I read. Yes.
and Hong Kong, I guess.
It just said China. Define paper gold
Oh, yeah,
futures.
yeah. I would say futures, options,
Yeah.
anything but cash.
Basically, they're
Why
taking
is-
the speculator out of the market.
Why would they do that? So they can be the only one buying it? Or it's,
The article, I need to watch. There was a video. There's like a 30-minute video. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I kind of cheated and I took the transcript and gave it to Claude and said, "Hey, make sense of this for me." I'm gonna watch the whole video eventually. But what it sounded like is taking the speculator out of the market so they can find out what the actual price of gold is, because they feel like the speculator is moving the price of the market too much.
well, that's fascinating. I'm going to have to find it. I'll ask Chatty G to find me that article.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, but that is an interesting headline. Are we done with black gold and we're in gold?
Oh yeah, we're at gold now.
Let's look at the 30. First of all, there's the daily, and we said we've had this bottoming formation or flattening balance.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we're getting close to that 20-day. But let's go to the half an hour. And we talked about this, and I want to bring this up again.
All right. Really quick, I want to mention Hogue did a breakdown on the opening call as well. He tracks the open interest of gold on like a yearly basis. He has it every day. He has a spreadsheet that he updates that he tracks the open interest in gold. And there's a pattern that he saw today where we saw a negative delta over the past maybe 10 days and price is not moving lower, but a build of open interest. And the last time Hogue mentioned this was January of 2025 when gold was trading at 2,700. So something is happening in this market.
It's very interesting because take a look at the half an hour.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at the 200 moving average.
Yep.
This is the
I
pattern.
wanted to sell it last night and I couldn't.
So let's squeeze that in so we get the last couple weeks in. So without being Captain Obvious, we've had this huge break, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look at the 200 moving average is what?
It's turning.
Sloping down, and then we start bouncing above it. Yesterday, for the first time, we settled the daily above the 200 and VWAP with it.
Yeah.
That's a change in structure. It takes time, price, and volume to do that. It's like moving a tanker.
Yeah.
That was interesting. And I'll have to talk to Hogue, but he saw that negative. What was his catch?
Negative delta. Negative delta over the past couple of days, but increasing open interest.
Yeah.
Buyers are just scooping up anything that sellers try to sell. Right. The negative delta is the shorter time frame. The negative delta is me, right? Saying, "Oh, I want to short gold. It's going down to 3,500." The build in open interest is all of the buyers that are sitting there and not letting the price go below 4,000. And I don't know that with the that China news, it's like something's happening here.
That makes sense. So remember, I'll give you the date.
Okay.
We had a massive sell volume on June. What's the date here? Oh, because this is blocking it. June 24th.
Okay.
We saw near the bottom, we had that massive selling
Yeah.
on the low of the day, followed by massive buying.
Oh yeah, those 30-minute candles. Yeah, I remember that.
If we
This here.
frame that out, yeah, if we frame that out, and then we go forward,
Yeah. Somebody is buying down here. This little tiny
Yeah.
range on a lot of volume. Somebody's buying it down here. And
and every time we went down there, we had big selling that was absorbed.
yep.
And we went skipping along, and yesterday was the break in downside structure, the way I look at it, with the close, the settlement close above the 200 on the 30. And let's go into last night.
We got our urgency trade last night to the upside. I was looking to sell this. I came on slow markets and I was like, I want to sell gold, and I legitimately could not click the button to do it. I was hovering over it, and then eventually I ended up getting long silver. But we say it all the time. Just because you want something to happen doesn't mean it's happening, right? And you need a reason for it to sell off. VWAP never even tried to leave this first 30-minute range to the downside. That 200 moving average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had urgency.
Yep.
At the pivot, at the 200. Well, maybe that's in your subconscious that you didn't take the sell.
Right.
But let's look at the structure. So we're at the 200, the pivot, and we have urgency.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the gym coaching youth.
Teaching the kids.
Teaching the kids. I'm going to have to stop that. But
the Chicago
like
legend
this.
had a quote about kids. I don't think we can repeat that on air, but we won't say that one. We
No,
won't say that one.
I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I won't be quitting.
They're the future.
But
They're the future.
I was a kid once, believe it or not.
Same. Me too.
Yeah.
What year
When
was
I
that?
was born, I was really young. I don't know. There was a comedian who said that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wow.
It's all right.
Well,
We
all right.
best artist still. It's okay. We take credit for it.
Okay.
But yeah.
But looking at that structure, there was, that was pure flow
Mm-hmm.
structure. And man, it only reached the first level of resistance.
Yeah.
But that candle off that, look at the volume on that, and we held 50% of that.
Yes, we did.
Explosion.
Yes, we did. Here is the reaction to everything. We didn't even get down to 50%. This is extremely bullish price action in gold. A change from what we had all of June. So I might have to flip my bias. I'm okay doing that. I'm not married to gold. If it wants to go up, I'll buy it.
All right. Great movement.
Yeah. Does that mean short-term interest is trying to sell gold, but long-term is buying it up, not letting it go lower? That's what it looks like, right? That open interest number is who's holding a position overnight. And now, again, we don't know what the positioning is, but think about it either way. If the open interest is building and shorts are holding on a position, what happens when the price goes up? Right? Either way, right? Whether you're, if open interest is building and we have shorts in this market and price goes up, now we have stuck shorts. This might trade to the upside faster than if we just had buyers coming in. Because now, hey, I'm I don't want to hold on to this loss. I got to buy it for this to go back up. So yeah, and silver definitely did pop as well on that news. Are you bearish or bullish the S&P? What day is it? What day is it?
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I mean, that's not even that's not even a joke. We are day traders.
Yeah.
Where are we today?
And
what is the flow?
If you ask me that question in mid-April, I would say bullish. But look at this higher time frame structure, right? Look at this compared to this uptrend. In April, I didn't know that there was a sell button on my platform when it came to the equities. Right? I said, I don't want to sell it. I don't care. It can go down without me. I don't want to sell it. Right now, the S&P has been in balance for all the equities, really. Well, the Nasdaq and the S&P have been in a range for the past month. It's hard to say. Bullish over the longer time frame because equities are just meant to go up. But is it out of the question that we see a pullback to the 200 daily moving average? Not in my mind. So got to see what the market cooks up for you that day.
Let's go back to gold to the daily.
Yep.
And what's that yellow line? That's going to be the first resistance in this.
Yeah.
But in this drop, I'd be surprised if we rip straight up, but I'm eliminating the sell side for now.
Same.
That's what I mean by bullish or bearish. I'm in gold right now. I'm looking for buys or failed selling.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, it wasn't even big value.
No, it wasn't. So we will see. Again, like you said, there's still trading to do tonight. If you are around and you want to trade, Dakota's going to be around for slow markets, half day tomorrow. But any other markets we want to take a look at here before we wrap?
Digital gold.
Here it is on the daily. That looks exactly like the gold chart.
Right. Yes, that's why I wanted to bring it up. It's like they're tied at the hip.
Yeah.
Interestingly. And we had this again, basing action. Maybe Saylor is, his prayers are being answered. But structure. Basing action. And then let's go look at the half hour. And yesterday,
whatever this is, man, it did it again.
Yeah.
I'm happy I didn't get short. I was looking to get short last night, and I didn't have a great spot to do it. But yeah, whatever.
Now, I don't know if that could be something because it's trading 24/7.
Right.
If there's some malfunction, because we've seen it a couple times.
You know what it is?
It's the difference between the settlement and the open.
Yeah, I think that
because
honestly
they have to stitch that
might just be a Topstep X charting thing because we're not getting the data between 4:30 Eastern and 6. So that might be what that is.
Ding, ding,
Okay.
ding. You hit it on the head,
That's
young
what that
man.
is. Yeah.
So let's look at yesterday. Very much like gold. We broke the downward structure.
Yep.
And we closed above the 200 for the first time, I think, since June 21st. Long time.
Yeah.
And look, so we had some, did we have selling? Kind of hard. Yeah. We had some selling.
Off the open, we did have some selling, though.
Yes. And at the first level of resistance. All right. Down to.
Back to the pivot.
Have you seen this before?
We've seen this so many places that you could pick a market and it probably has done it. Put a 1 in the chat if you use the pivots. 1 in the chat if you use pivots in your trading, 2 in the chat if you don't. I'm just curious. We've been talking about them for a little while. Coach Paul was doing the pivot class in Discord. I'm just curious who out there is using them. What is that tool you're using to measure the distance with? This one. Just hold shift and click. That measures the distance. Or if you're talking about the candles, I'm just using a fib tool, but I take out all the middle levels. So it's just 0, 50%, and 100%. There you go. 1's in the chat. I like it. Got to understand it more to trust it more. Yeah, and that's fine, right? You're not just going to blindly give somebody your money just because they say a level should work, right? So see how it fits in your trading, maybe. But anything else?
Last thing on the pivots, remember, it's used as a reference.
That's all.
Not a trading tool.
100%.
Do you want, and any of these levels you want to be aware of. That's one of the basic principle.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Courtney, don't trade. It doesn't say if you're looking for a level and you hasn't reached your target and it hits one of these levels, it helps.
Yep.
And we'll get more into that at another time, but we've seen this before. Last night, with the 200 moving average, with the break in a downward structure, looking for failed selling or holding a pivot.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't an accident that 200 and the pivot were right there.
Right.
So we've changed. We've broken the downward structure. As far as I'm concerned, what I'm looking for is the buy dips.
There we go.
All right.
BTFD. Shout out to all the hodlers out there in Bitcoin. But I think that's it. That's what we got. We covered the markets. Hopefully we answered any questions that you guys have. Again, it's summertime. The weather is, I can't even say beautiful out. It's nice. We had a rough winter here in New York, New Jersey. My car said it was 108 degrees today. So I might enjoy my AC for the next couple of hours, but whatever you do this weekend, enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Celebrating America's birthday. Again, fireworks are cool, but just be safe with them. Coach Paul, anything you want to say before we head out of here today?
Enjoy the weekend. If you're going to trade tomorrow, just be careful. Enjoy the 4th. Happy 250, America. Keep. By the way, stay safe. It is damn hot out there.
Man, I was just outside and it's hot. It's hot
and humid.
Yeah, hot, humid. I was looking for some places to go, making some plans with friends, and I'm like, oh, let's go somewhere we could maybe sit outside. It's like let's rethink that decision. Somewhere where their AC works is where we're gonna try to go.
So, quick question: would you rather have it hot and humid like this, or -0 and
hot and humid,
with a wind chill?
Hot and humid.
I
Yep,
agree.
not even a question. And Hoop over there, yeah, Hoop, we know, but you don't get humidity in Arizona. All right, it's 111 degrees. We get it, Hoop. We get it. But, yeah,
it's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat, right? Yeah.
This dry heat in an oven is still very hot.
Yeah, it's. Come to Texas, you'll appreciate what you have more. Yeah, and at this point, we are talking about the weather, so we are going to get out of here. Enjoy your weekends, everybody. If you do trade tomorrow, trade safe. Don't do anything that would ruin your 3-day weekend. We will see you all on Monday. Again, Dakota is doing slow markets tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time if you want to join him there, but Topstep TV is going to be off for tomorrow. Trade well, manage your risk. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.